What? Chat is disabled for this live stream? What the fuck? Why is my chat disabled for this live stream? Hello? Alright, at least I know it's working on one part. This part is all screwed up. Alright, well, at least I know it's working. And I do have my, at least some chat working. Alright, on with the show. Today we have got one map. And, let's see, we got 7... Okay, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, 13 new mods, 3, looks like 3 prefabs, and a ton of updates. Yep, we've got pages of updates. Let's get to page 3. And it just keeps going until we get into Deadwood yesterday. And then another updated prefab. But, production schedule. Let's see, this is version 1.1, and the changelog to that is adjusted full production schedule GUI, calendar-based production activation, code cleanup, and stability improvements, removed production menu button for better compatibility with other mods, prepared for future features and options. Alright, there's your update for that. Alright, let's get into extended input help. This is version 1001 and fixed a hidden F1 auto extension conflict that could trigger render errors when selling an active mixer wagon. Alright. And then vehicle presets. This is 1021, and your changelog is fixed presets not being recognized when the mod folder name contains FS25 in its path. Improve preset storage with relevant paths to survive mod folder changes 1.0.2.0. Removed automatic deletion of preset and uninstalled mods due to changes above. Added ability to change the keybind for opening preset dialog 1010. Alright, there you go. And now on to Combine Experience. Your changelogs is fixed setting menu, compatibility with other mods, and adding additional fruits attributes. Alright, at least that's finished. Good. Okay, garage menu. What do they change in this? 1004. Added additional garage to reserve issues with specific mod items. Fix back next menu button not working when clicked. Alright. Oh, okay, network tracker. all these new improved mods. I mean, I've got almost every one of these. And loading in a game is kind of, it goes slow because it has to relearn shit. So be very, 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 very patient with your games today, guys, because a lot of these updates are making them lag, and let them do their thing. Let them work. Just let them work. I walked away, took a smoke break, came back. The new map I had to load it in 3 times, and that third time was a charm because I went and took a smoke. But network tracker, this is 1101. Added PL translation, removed giants object superclass from instituted data object to reduce object clutter, resulting in reduced server performance. Okay, so they fix that so you don't get no bad performance. Then invoices. This is 1-1. Your change log today is a lot. Added consumable selection, bales, pallets, big bags with automatic ownership transfer and automatic resale pricing. Added vehicle selection with automatic ownership transfer and automatic pricing. Okay, added production selection, added VAT system, added options to disable payment remainders. Can be disabled in game settings. Add late fees on unpaid invoices. Add separate income for expenses, entireties, and finance tabs. Added FS25 red tape. Rebalance all prices to match game economy. Sufficiently improved user interface, fixed price and quality input feeds. Existing invoices from version 1 are fully preserved on update version 1. Initial release. Okay. And now on to your next update, which is Enhanced Way Station Pack. And your change log is fixed weight calculator, fixed incorrect name display, remove def and diesel from the calculation. Alright, and then orchards and greenhouses, your change log 1010. Let's see if we can find it right here. Pallet spawning for greenhouses have been limited to vegetable products only. Organic waste will no longer be spawned in pallet if other mod or organic waste is used and it has pallet assigned for organic waste. Okay. The machine hall 25 by 12. Improve some details, improve store. Mod icon fixed a texture issue. Okay, then liquid fertilizer production 1101, and here it is. Production rate and input ratios have been balanced for better gameplay. Support for French and Italian has been included. Okay, now on to your silos here. Farm production, and we're at 1.4. Instant hay fixed. Alright, and then we're on to the Farmer's Brew. It has already gotten itself a update. Let's get down here. What did it do? What did it do? They did not list what the update is. So, you have an update. I have no... Oh, there it is. Fixed issue where Boxman showed all bulk items even though it couldn't accept them. Fixed issue where you could bulk upload and got a tip amount rather than a pallet spawn. Added T-seed pallet trigger to T-garden. This will allow pallets to consume from ground behind the gate. adjusted the unload spawn on box so pallets unload. Reduced production speed of T factory to be more realistic. Added a numeral value to CO2. Farmer's brew cell point trigger should keep them in parked within the warning stripes facing either direction. All right. Well, we took care of that one. Now up to this one. Garage container contractor. 1002 is your change log, and that is 1001, 1002. Fixed error when leaving the game. There you go. Fix the error when leaving the game. Stall rental. God, this thing's been changed income from 400 to 600. That was a quickie. Okay, Horman's Cow Barn. What did they fix on this one? This is version 1.6. Enabled bot with farmland on all placeables for upcoming maps. New collision mesh, minor adjustments to textures. So this is going to become a base game Horman. And Building Pack 2 got an update to 1.0.12. Okay. Fixed bunker silos, fixed remaining dev warning issues. All right. Now, on back to page 1 or 2. Oh, man. We're on 2. We got a lot, a lot to cover here. Okay, Anderson, Group M160. Your change log at 1001. Our own tension belt installed. Crane movement speed adjusted. And then we're going to get into the forestry pack, Kelsa. Yeah, find your change log, which is 1004, down here at the bottom. Our own tension belt installed. Small fixes. All right. And fix problem with input attacher joint. This is on the Cabernet AB85. And now we're into the low ULW 3000 trailer. Your fix log is fixed configuration error. There you go. Now we're moving up to this trailer. Your change log is where map fixed. Okay. Stupid change logs. Okay. Manhandra 86110. Your change log is fixed the diesel refueling issue. So now you can fill up your tractor. Now the SM1200. Your change log is 1001. Fixed the floating radiator bug. Adjusted the falling straw animation. Passenger added. There you go. And here's the Weedman 1140. Your change log is 1100. And the tire configuration adjusted and improved. Hoses corrected. They now get wet. New attachment for Schaefer tool by Alex. Increased RPM when moving the arm. All right. All right, now we're getting into our update for our Volvo Tryon 1914 pack. And this is changelog 1002. Function for arm position and pendulum axle lock replaced due to problems with attachments. All right, they fixed that. And now we get into our Volvo wheel loader pack, and this changelog 1002. Function of arm position and pendulum lock axle, same thing with the other one. So these all had the same changes. And the semi-low loader 3A, your change log is changes due to path 1.18 regarding steering axes have been fixed. They now steer perfectly again. And this one is your Goldhofer STZ VP pack. And the changelog is our own tension belt installed. And then the homemade bale trailer, your changelog. Fixed an issue where the rim color reset after reloading the game. Changed the shop category from trailers to bale transport. Improved the plank texture. Alright, now you're going to move on to these. You said it, Stitch. Timber Run Pack. And your changelog is 1006. All the way down here. Change the due path to one regarding the steering axes have been fixed. Okay. Same as the last one. That's probably the exact same thing because it's from the same people. Changelog. Okay. This is 1001. Okay, different. Okay. It also has the tension belt one and adjusted the collision during the and small fixes. So they did a little bit more to that one. That one was a little bit more messed up than the others. Okay, changelog 1001. Mirror visual fix. Minor visual fixed. And then we got the DPT or DPW 180. And your changelog is added wheel options, added color options, added rim color options, fixed lights. Alright, now we get up to these trailers. Your changelog is 1001. Lime added new boundary lights. Camera system installed. And then we're on to the Rotini forwarder pack. And the tension belt was installed. And the tension belt was installed on the forward trailer. And today's new map, old map, version 1301. And 1301 is rivers and lakes are now also visible in mirrors. So you drive by, you can look in your mirror, and you can still see the lakes and stuff. So that was the change for that map. No new save game required. It's kind of obvious. Now to page 1, down to the bottom. We got a lot of changelogs for more maps. We got Redfield. We've got version 2. Replaced 21 village houses with new 3D models. Updated 70% of the fences. Added gardening contracts and animated gates. New scenic forest with stream and water roads. Added animal power lines. Redesigned farm workshop with 2 store options. Rebalanced farmland and updated road textures. Scrap metal is now sold together with the workshop. It doesn't say you need a new game save, but with all that being done, I would say you'd need to. And just remember, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mods to go with that map if you're interested in downloading it today for the first time. And now we're on to Maple Farms. Your changelog is 1300. And please note, a new save game required. Fixed issues with floating gates caused by Giants 1.18 patch. Oh, yeah, just throw it right at them. Perfect. I love how they just said it. Well, Giants did this, so we had to do this. New PDA to be more clearer and cleaner. All right. They went straight to the point. Okay, the Peasants Valley. And we're at version 1.2. Modification of the Vito factory unloading area. All right, there you go. And remember, this map has at least 10 mods. Okay, now on to the Caprathon countryside. This is version 1020. Let's scroll down here to find 1020. Wow, there's a lot here. Okay. One required mod for this map. Added missing slurry applicator for Annaberg or whatever. For new save game and new farmer game mode. Added missing potatoes and onions. Added option to buy table and transport company required in the construction project. Adjusted props in Cochin Valley near church, so AI helpers have more space to maneuver on the crossroad. Increase production speed for cow milk production and dairy. Fix manure not spawning in manure pits for the pre-placed farm, especially sheep farm, and some cases for dedicated servers. Fixed a small part where it was impossible to dump chaff in one of the BGA bunker silos. This change only reflects to new save game on PC. If you have a console and all commands enabled, you can use console commands. GS tip collection update while standing on the problematic area. Remove placeable methane refueling station from the map. This is now part of the base game since game update 1.18. And one required mod for that. Okay, now we're getting up into Kreese Fruit. And your changelog is 1120. And 1120, they did a lot for you. Added new says playable farm. Added a small residential area. Made all forests perchable. Added farmland. Fixed grass growth on cow pastures. Pastures are now fully usable. Stones now spawn correctly in the fields. Farmland boundaries reserved for expanded. Road network and AI helpers optimized. Power poles and lines added. Various decorative and performance optimized. Road signs added. PDA revised. Blah. Decorative objects made purchasable in groups. Added one more cow pasture available for purchase. Collectibles removed due to errors. 32 floating angles added. Fruit destruction adjusted for beetroot, carrot, parsnips, peas, and beans. Wraps added to patch 1.18. Log warning release to the Redo DLC have been fixed. Apple waste removed from the compost silo. Support for the Verido DLC implements by adding a foliage damage XML file. A new save game is needed. Man, that map's got a lot of fucking required mods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 30. Damn, that's a lot of mods. 30 mods for that map. And that was which one we were on? No, that was that. That one? I wanted the 30. Yeah, I was the one with 30. Yeah, okay. All right, now we're on to, yeah, I'm not even going to try. This is version 1.1. A new save game is required. Fix an issue with placeable headquarters object. They now work correctly and can be sold. There you go. That map right there just kept on crashing on me. So, and this is Gulza, and this is 1010, and your change log is fixed straw, selling points, unloading trigger, adjusted crop destruction for beets, carrots, parsnips, peas, and beans, adjusted respawn to patch 118. Removed log warning related to Bardo DLC. Removed apple waste in the compost pile. Added foliage damage XML for the Bardo DLC. Fixed sheep pasture. Adjusted potato and sugar beets selling prices. Added selling points for bush beans, peas, onions, and spinach. New clover and alfalfa textures. No new save game is required. Note, the first time you start the game, longer loading times may occur. Well, yeah, of course, because of that stupid Vardo pack and everything they put in here and that new update. That new update was trash. But let's move on. I don't do prefabs, so we're moving on to our new mods. If you want to know any more about the pre-pods, please feel free to join in the store and take a look yourself, because I don't know nothing about prefabs, and I, I leave that for the people that like to do their own thing and get in there and, you know, get mad at the game. Okay, so this is your Teach IN extension. Features 4 freely accessible tech in sequence. Trigger types: immediate, manual, time, and distance. Action and cursor control, C1, C2, GPS, front rear linkage, and front rear PTO. Clear menu for creating, editing, moving, and deleting slots. Profile can be saved and loaded. Suitable for reoccurring field operations and fixed network routines. Multiplayer support. Default keys, as shown. I'm not reading them. And here's your screenshots of that. Gives you a little bit more right here. Your triggers, what they do. I have no clue what this is, but that is your Tech IN extension. Okay, Advanced Hay Drying. Advanced Hay Drying adds a realistic moisture system to the drying of grass and hay. The mod focuses exclusively on the drying behavior of hay. It does not affect any other crops or materials, making it perfect if you only want hay and don't need a complex moisture system. This mod is currently available for single player only. Moisture based drying system. Grass must be dry enough before baling. Tedding increases drying speed. Seasonal influence on starter moisture. Weather affects drying and re-wetting. Adjustable gameplay settings. Manage your drying process carefully to get the best results. That's like bringing it right straight to reality. Okay, and now this is your steering lock. Okay, the action, the keybinds. Okay, locks a vehicle to a compass heading with general persistent correction. Works with any steerable vehicle. All keys are unbound by default. Assign them in the game control menu under steering lock. And there is your hotkey settings and stuff right there. So if you're interested in that mod, come take a look. Okay, and this one, sail to best bidder. So basically, if you're selling everything, it looks like, okay, put any vehicle or price of equipment up for sale directly from the field. Once listed, the vehicle is disabled and locked until the deal is done. Wait for a potential buyer to show up. Buyers arrive randomly over time and will notify you when they are interested. Approach the vehicle and open the negotiation screen to review the offer. Accept it or walk away. Get the best price for your machinery and turn your old equipment into profit. This, oh man, the crew. The crew needs to get this mod like they did in FS22. I mean, they were the ones to watch. I heard they've had a little falling out, but this would be perfect for these guys. Oh man, I'd like to see them all back in there and doing their things, doing their mining. I mean, they had some of the best skits, but oh man, the features list any owned vehicle or equipment for sale with a single key press. Vehicles are disabled with the listed, cannot be driven or used. Random buyer notifications over time. In-person notification screen near the vehicle. Cancel the listing at any time to get your vehicle back. Multiplayer compatible. G, list the vehicle for sale. Alt G, view sale overview. Okay. That looks like a pretty cool mod. I might have to try that one myself. Okay, lizard tire weight. That's just what it is. The lizard tire weight is 1.5 to 6 meters working with. Used to compact the soil before sowing and can be used as a weight. So you can roll with it or a compactor or just use it as a weight. Okay, we got a new semi-trailer. It's $26,000. It's got 23,000 to 45,000 liters. It's a 1960s, made in Italy. It can transport your bulk materials with it or other things, e.g. bales, pallets, with this flatbed, with the flatbed version. So there is a flatbed version of this. There you go. There's the flatbeds. Nice. All right. Man, we're moving on out. And then we got the Cylinder building pack. All right. And it includes a manure pit, water well, farm silo with 350,000 liters, farm silo extension with 350,000 liters, pig barn with 40, cow barn with 55, sheep barn with bale storage, 350 bales, and a farmhouse. All buildings are fully functional and support multiplayer. All right, and moving on out. Now we're on to the Unicorn 3, the Roo. Category is seeding cedars. Price is 12,000 to 34,000. Required power is 60, 90, and 120 horse. Max working speed is 15. Working width is 3, 4.5, and 6. Color configuration, capacities per configuration. Okay. Front tank, category seating, seed tank. Price 8,000, capacity 1,000. Color configurations. Alrighty, moving on down. Okay, this is the GDR Grain Haul. Size is 50 by 15. It's 85,000 and daily maintenance $100. Big old building. All right. And now we're on to the Fiat 682 2T. It costs you 58,000. It's got 132 horse, and it's only got some color configuration. Recommended mod: Lizard semi-trailer, semi-trailer from the 1960s, made in Italy. So it's an oldie but a goodie. All right, cute little truck. All right, two more mods, and then we're on to our map. Okay, the Fiat 480 agricultural tractor from the 1970, manufactured by Fiat, 1973 by Fiat. Okay, and it is category small tractor. It is 6,900. It's 48 horsepower, and it does 23 miles an hour. Configuration 70, license plate. There you be. I remember this tractor myself. Owned one or two of myself. And now we're into the John Deere 9R high power series. High horsepower series. There we go. Now I got it all out. This is a functional conversion of the 9RX 710 through 800 two wheels. Okay, large tractors, 665,000. Power 781 to 913. The speed will do 40. Door operational via mouse stick control. So that's the 9R track version into the wheeled version. All right, now we're on to the new 4X map. It features 4x4 KM area, 200 fields with 1,111.66 hectares, 20 meadow pastures, 30 forest areas with 46,464 trees. That's a lot of frickin' trees. Realistic ground deformation, 32 ground angles, environment adjust, precision farming 3.0 compatible. Yeah, and it barely fucking works. Permanently integrated production, seed, fertilizer, lime, feed production, compressor, separator, and water disposal. 25 buy-in points and 29 selling points. 21 production facilities. 1 permanently installed, 1 MW biogas plant. 150 collectible items. Suitable destruction for stubble destruction for barley, canola, corn, oats, sorghum, soybeans, sunflowers, wheat, rye, triticale, spelt, green rye, and vetch rye. 9 additional crops: rye, triticale, spelt, green rye, vetch rye, field grass, silage, corn, hummus, this is activator, and mustard. 84 ground textures and 77 trees available for landscaping. Information for players starting with a start farm. 6 fully designed farms are available. For better overview, decorative grass can be toggled on off in the crop overview. Additional productions can be freely placed. The base production pack by fetch is not required, as all relevant productions are already integrated. No required mods. Compost can be used as fertilizer. Manure separator, supported manure and compost, including correct spreading pattern for compost. All functions are fully compatible with precision farming. Barely. Basic information about the map can be found under settings. Help. Use the arrow next to base game to borrow additional hints. To browse additional hints. All right. There's a quick little view of what they give you on the map. Like I said, it's taken me 3 different times to get this map loaded in, so it is being a pain in my butt. All right. But that will take care of today's map and mods. I will be doing a new map tour on this one right here. This Nordkirken, this new 4X map. I hate slaughtering names, but I'll be doing that one here in a little bit. So I will see you here in just a few. You all have a good one. Just remember, no required mods on the new map, and there is your PDA. Take a look at that map real quick, and I'll be showing you the rest, because there's a few farms on here that, yes, they do have other farmlands you can buy, and it does bring up a lot of extra triggers. All right. Yes, here is the map, folks, that are in here. All right. Welcome in. How you doing? I did have the map already up and ready to go. And here is your crop calendar for this map. And you have a... Let's get out here on this. Okay, farmland. Okay, here is your farmland. These 3 fields right here, and this is your start farm. Let me zoom in on this. Okay, this is where you start off at. This is what you own. You get the start farm, these 3 fields right here. But I kind of went dinking around. I found down by the bioplant, it popped out a few more here. So let me get into this here. Farmland. So I know which ones I bought. And I'm kind of hoping that Mr. Sealy P's watching, because, yeah, over here you can buy this one. That gives you the roads. It gives you that one long railroad. That's all it gives you. And then I bought this down here, which gives you these triggers here. And I bought this here that give you all these triggers here. It gave you the farmhouse, a silo. This is just one of the other farms. You got the bale, you got the pigsty, and manure pit. And it gave you this and this. Okay, so I got the game paused right now, so nothing really goes too far, goes too long. And I bought this down here, which opened up all this down here. Gave you all the pastures and stuff. So there were several places that you could actually purchase and bring up this. Like this was a purchase. I purchased this. It brought up this is another farm. So that's 3 of the farms that I purchased. There's 1, there's 2. I want to say there was another one up here. No, that was already there. Does purchasing this bring up any more? Gotta unpause the game before it let me do anything. Alright. That's if it doesn't freeze on me. This game wants to freeze up hard on me. It'll do this right here. And then not wanna, yeah, let me out. And okay, now that we're here, let's get it out of that. I bought this out here, which gave us all of this. Like, none of those triggers were there. Did I want to buy this one? No, no extra triggers were there. Didn't bring up anything else. Okay, so yeah, I bought this. This was brought up all those farms. There's 1 farm there. I bought this. This is the second farm that they said that they had. I didn't, maybe I didn't buy that one. But there's another farmland here. And then buying the road here was, no, what was it? Buying the road here. That's what it was. The train track. You can buy the whole frickin' train track for $4 million. That way you own the train system. But yeah, there is, I don't see anything else. There was this one that I bought that bought that farm and that farm. all that. So let's just kind of take a look around, because I don't know how long it's going to be before it fries me. So let's... Apparently you can walk over the center of this. There's just a skylight. Alright, so let's get into what you have for vehicles. You've got yourself a medium Fendt tractor and a large claws. Or small claws. Which looks like it's got itself some loader attachments and stuff. You've got yourself a couple different trailers. Got yourself a cultivator. And there's your seeder. Takes fertilizer. Got yourself your slurry tank. Well, all kinds of, just a tanker. There's your spreader for your fertilizer. This is an 8,000 capacity. Alright. Forage wagon and Alright, and let's get into... There's your crop calendar. Like I said before, there ain't much there. And on the animals, since I bought all that extra, you don't start off with anything in animals. All the rest of these were on the other farms that I had bought. And contracts, there are plenty of them. I've been in the game... Oh, I paused it, so I shouldn't have been in the game too long. And here is available productions that are on the map. A lot of available productions. And you own one. You own a greenhouse. And it's one of the ones that you got to put a shit ton of stuff in. The solid fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, compost, water. And sometimes these ones right here, the solid fertilizer or the liquid fertilizer or both, will not fill. And you only get like maybe half the compost. I mean, these things have malfunctioned on almost every map that I've had. And you do get plenty of object storage throughout the places that I got, and your prices stick with peas, and it's at current market value. Alright, and your silo here holds... This silo is empty, but it doesn't say what it holds. Fine, we'll do it the other way. F12. And we'll go to building. And it holds 400,000 liters. Means it wouldn't tell me on that, even though I got that mod on. Got to be careful what mods you do put on this, because there is... like I said, it does lag, so be careful what mods you do stick on this. And it's got several production points all around. And they're all over the place. But what do we have for vehicles here that are worth driving? Let's take a look. No. How did I get stuck in it? I jumped into it and it got stuck. Any vehicles worth driving around? Trailer. Implements. Tractors. Nothing that screams, let's go around the pub. Alright, where's the store? Let's go here. Nope, not that one. This one. Go to the store. Let's go get a vehicle. Alright, we are here at the store. And here at the store... Looks like you got the store right here. Drive in, walk in. Big old store. It's got your... Man, you can just drive right through this store, and it's even got your... yeah. Your trigger right there to repair. Looks like we got a bunch of stuff right here in the parking lot and right across the street. Got ourselves some. What are they calling this stuff? This is where Walter and the vehicle dealer pallet buy. And across the street here is the animal dealer with Katie and livestock dealer bale sale, manure sale. So everything that has to do with the livestock is right there across the street. And this map is huge. I am just going to drive around a little bit and kind of take a look at the map. We see something on the map, we'll stop and take a look. We'll see how this map looks and see how it acts with driving around it. We got some good, beautiful areas here. Pretty decent little map. We'll take this little track coming up. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll take it to the left and go up here to the next farm. Yeah, we don't look. We don't care. And this is one of the other viable farms that are on the map. We'll jump the fence here and head on in. It just, I mean, it's beautiful how they did this. I like. This is one of those maps you got to slowly introduce your mods. It's a beautiful little home. Nice little farm there. We'll head on up here to the, up on the right. I blew a tire. Well, we know that mod works on here. Alright. Well, didn't know I was going to blow a tire on this. Alright. And right here we have the farmhouse with your cattle sell point. And here's the rest of that farm we were just at. The other side of the road, got some big cow pastures. So it does have quite a bit here. Nice little roundabout type. Dirt and manure and whatnot all over the ground. Alright. And then from here we're going to we head up the road and head over to here. This looks like where a lot of greenhouses are at. Let's see. Can't seem like you can buy this area right here. Okay, DIY store sell. Okay. We'll tag that place and we'll head there. It's a nice little farm. I mean, you can just drive right up to the center of it. It's kind of nice. We're going to take a, whoops, I think that was it. No, that wasn't. I go straight into a barn. Okay, I need the next road up here. To the left. Well, I thought there was a road right here, but I guess not. I'll just kind of cut across the side of the pasture here. Oh, there's a road right here. Cobblestone at that. Got a nice little farmhouse right up there. And the area we're heading to, we'll go to that real quick. We don't care if we do crop destruction. Apparently there's some water up here. Alright. Man, that place was a little further away than I thought. That's what I thought. There's a bunch of greenhouses and stuff right here. That's where all those greenhouses are at. Wow. Gazebo. They said they had so many collectibles on here, and I don't see any so far, but I'm not really paying attention and looking. It's just, there's just so much to see on this map. It's huge. I'm almost afraid to go into flight mode. Playground, everything right here. It's kind of neat. Let's get in the truck and kind of come around. Got a nice little lake down here where playground, driving through the kids' area. Alright, and man, it's just, they're everywhere. I mean, you got a lot, not much down over here. This is another farm. Yeah, these are just farms. But fuel prices, they're kind of high, I would say. 800 and some odd thousand for only 33 acres. That's a little bit on the steep side. 21 acres for 500 and some thousand. The forestry down here for 4 million. Let's visit that real quick just to see if it's worth buying for, you know, people that like to do logging. And I think they'd be thoroughly unimpressed. Different styles of trees, but they like them right on top of each other. Kind of like this area right here where they got like this close all the time, everywhere. Thick, big. So hopefully, I mean, if you're just starting off on logging, it's perfect for you. It'd be a great little map. But other than that, if you're avid logger, you might not like it. I'm saying you might not like it because $1 million, $4 million, I don't see, there's very little room for profit. I mean, trust me, I live in Oregon. I know woods. I know profit margins on those. It just, I don't see much here. No, that doesn't give you anything else. I've been kind of looking around to see what other stuff might be on here. No, I'm not seeing anything else. But this is a huge map. We can, oops. See, did I buy this up here? No, wait, we'll go visit this though. There is this. Go to the gas station, visit. We got electric charging station here, and where's everything else at? Is it behind me? I'm saying it's all right on top of me, so it's all right here. Yep, everything's just right here at the gas station. Small little area, bunch of little stuff. Not much to worry about, but I know it was kind of a small map tour, but that is my map tour for today. For the new 4X map, there is a lot of field work. Your crop calendar is your typical crop calendar with a few extra. I mean, this is becoming your atypical crop calendar. Let's say we've been in here for a while. Let's take a look at all the contracts. Let's see, we got baling, bale wrapping, deadwood, fertilizing, harvesting, hoeing, irrigation, mowing, rock removal, spraying, stone picking, supply and transport, and weeding. So you've got them all. There's a few other contracts that I didn't select, but it looks like they're all here. So you will not get bored. And the pay is all right. I mean, the money that you're putting out for the lands, the pay sucks. But there you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And I hope you have fun with this map. I mean, this thing is huge for a 4X map. This is one big map. A little bit of everything for everybody. It's expensive. I mean, little lands are going to cost you $100,000 to where your big lands are going to cost you $600 to $1 million, or $1.5 million. So, and they're not very big, 60 acres. I mean, the field itself is 45 acres, just the harvestable part. So, do you really want to pay $79,000 per hectare to get 1.4 million? American prices on this country's budget. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the map. I hope you have fun with it. I'd come in on New Farmer and grab one of the other farms that are bigger, better, and a lot nicer than what you got here. And I think the other farms are in better locations to actually get out into the fields. I mean, granted, yes, you do have a start farm, and yes, you do have 1, 2, 3 fields right next to you and a bunch of others around. But, like, this farm down here, it's got more opportunities. And this farm right here, it's got the bigger field opportunities. So, depends on what you want to do. It doesn't matter which farm you go to. You can start with the little farm and work your way up, but that's an itty bitty spot, guys. A very itty bitty spot. So, all right. Well, hope you enjoyed this. I did. And I will catch you all on the next one. All right. So I will see you tomorrow for more mod reports and map reports. But I will be back on later today and one of the maps. Our newest map that we got, the Deadwood. Those two big fields, you get almost about 1.5 million liters. I had canola. I had 1.5 million liter, 1.5 million liters of product off of it. I'm still baling the fields. I was on that map from the time it came out. Went to the second one with the two big fields and was on it all day long just to harvest it and get most of it baled up. I'll have a full bale count, full everything on today. I'm going to go back and work on that. Get all the bales so I can tell you how many bales you'll get off of it, how many hours I put onto it, and yeah, I'm just going to do a full report on the two big fields, and so I'll catch you guys later. I'll probably be back on here in about 30 minutes to get set up. All right, love y'all. See you on the next one. Peace.